A sneak peek into anticipating Apple's 2024 iPad Air 6 2024. In 2023, Apple's iPad portfolio remained untouched, with the iPad Air awaiting a refresh since its last unveiling in March 2022. Now, 2 years later, it's ripe for an upgrade. Fortunately, whispers in the tech world hint at the arrival of new iPads as early as March, with the Air lineup set to undergo some thrilling transformations. Here's a compilation of all the buzz surrounding the upcoming iPad Air models. Dimensions and aesthetics. Apple is reportedly crafting another 10.9-inch iPad Air, mirroring the design of its predecessor. However, for the first time, we might see not one, but two iPad Air models. Mirroring the iPad Pro series, Apple plans to launch the iPad Air in a duo of sizes. The standard model will sport a 10.9-inch screen, while a larger 12.9-inch variant is also in the works. This larger iPad Air will match the current 12.9-inch iPad Pro in size. Design alterations seem unlikely, so both models should retain the edge-to-edge display, slim bezels, and an aluminum body with flat, rounded edges. The iPad Air has traditionally been slightly thicker than the iPad Pro, a trend set to continue. Speculation suggests that the forthcoming iPad Pro models, also due for a March refresh, will feature slimmer frames thanks to the transition to OLED display technology. This change will make the new larger iPad Pro over 1 mm thinner, with the 11-inch model almost 1 mm thinner. These modifications to the iPad Pro's thickness will be quite noticeable, setting it apart from the iPad Air, despite both iPads being roughly the same size. Leaked renders of the 12.9-inch iPad Air indicate potential rear camera redesigns, featuring a protruding pill-shaped camera bump, akin to the anticipated design for the iPhone 16 camera. While design changes seem unlikely, Apple may introduce new color options. The current iPad Air offers a variety of pastel shades, and Apple may add to this palette. The M3 chip is a game changer. Since the debut of the M1 chip, Apple has incorporated M-series chips into the iPad Air and iPad Pro models. This time we anticipate either the M2 or M3 chip in the iPad Air. The M2 chip, a previous generation M-series chip launched in 2022, is nearly 2 years old. Opting for the M2 would allow Apple to further differentiate the iPad Air from the iPad Pro and keep costs down, as the 3nm M3 chips are pricier to manufacture. If Apple chooses the M2, it will offer improvements in speed and power efficiency, albeit less significant than the M3 chip. The choice of chip remains uncertain. The M3 chip, released last year, is the first chip to utilize next-generation 3nm architecture. It boasts an 8-core CPU and 10-core GPU, and supports hardware-accelerated ray tracing and mesh shading for enhanced gaming graphics. Apple's M3 Max can handle console-level games like Death Stranding and Resident Evil, so if the iPad Air is equipped with the M3 chip, we can anticipate similar capabilities. The M3 provides GPU speeds 2.5x faster than the M1 in the iPad Air at half the power. In terms of CPU, the M3 is up to 30% faster than the M1 performance cores and up to 50% faster than the M1 efficiency cores. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enhancements. The current iPad Air, now 2 years old, lacks some of the technological advancements Apple has incorporated into its other devices. Apple's products have been progressively updated to Bluetooth 5.3, a feature we anticipate will be included in the iPad Air. Bluetooth 5.3 offers improved connectivity with Bluetooth accessories and superior power efficiency, extending battery life. Additionally, the expected Wi-Fi 6E will enable iPad Air models to connect to faster 6 GHz Wi-Fi networks. iPad Air versus iPad Pro distinguishing features. Display technology will serve as a key differentiator between the iPad Air and the iPad Pro. While the iPad Pro models will boast an OLED display, the iPad Air models will continue to utilize the more cost-effective LCD display technology. Apple has chosen not to implement Face ID on the iPad Air, instead opting for a Touch ID power button on the current model. This feature may be retained to keep the premium Face ID exclusive to the iPad Pro. Although both models are rumored to use the M3 chip, we don't anticipate significant performance differences. However, the iPad Pro may have more memory to support the OLED display. Rear camera technology will also set them apart, as the iPad Pro features a dual camera setup with wide and ultra-wide lenses, while the iPad Air has a single lens wide camera. Pricing strategy. The current 11-inch iPad Air starts at $599, a price point likely to be maintained for the new model. For the 12.9-inch variant, a sensible pricing strategy would be to set it at $200 above the 11-inch model, potentially starting at $799. This aligns with the previous $200 price difference between the two sizes before the 12.9-inch iPad Pro was updated with Mini LED. Apple's goal with the iPad Air is to provide customers with a broader range of options at various price points. Customers could opt for a larger 12.9-inch iPad Air for approximately the same price as the 11-inch iPad Pro. Anticipated release date. Mark Gurman of Bloomberg has repeatedly stated that new iPad models are expected in the March-April timeframe, with the latest reports suggesting a release toward the end of March. Apple often hosts a spring event around March, so we could be hearing news about a potential event in the coming weeks. As we draw the curtain on this exciting exploration of Apple's 2024 iPad Air evolution, we hope you've found the insights enlightening. From anticipated design enhancements to potential chip upgrades, the future of the iPad Air is indeed promising. Remember, technology is ever evolving, and Apple continues to push the boundaries of innovation. Stay tuned for more updates as we closely follow the journey of the iPad Air. If you enjoyed this video article, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring the world of tech with us.